Your Excellency. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of that very beautiful performance by the National Cultural Troops of Nigeria, the Adila Cultural Troop, what we shall be witnessing next is the advanced review order. Beautiful, please a round of applause for our beautiful whole team at the end of all the advance and review order. Thank you.
Ça, c'est la réalité visuelle de la production.
Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the advanced review order, next on our program is the inauguration address by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I most respectfully request the Commander as Brigade to invite the President for his inaugural address. Commander, sir.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est le moment puisqu'une administration présidentielle et voilà, nous avons le privilège d'écouter notre nouveau président, son Excellence Bola Ahmed Tinubu, qui va nous adresser. Merci.
The backbone of them, the respected, highly commendable President and former President of Nigeria, Department for his home base. My regards to him. All the excellencies, the head of state, president, and leaders of various countries, they are present. former head of state, a great man, committed, highly honored the development of this country, General Yakubu. My dear wife, the new First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu. Your Excellency, Vice President Basim Shetima, and his wife, Nana Shetima. Senate President, distinguished senators, Ahmed Lawan, House of Representatives Speaker, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, and his wife, Salamat. The Chief Justice of the Federation, Olukayode Ariwola, Your Excellencies, Governors, here present, the Chairman of our party, APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, former APC Interim Chairman, Chief BC Akonde, and my brother and uncle, Chief Chegun Osoba. Distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives, honorable ministers and members of the just dissolved National Executive, members of diplomatic corps, the royal fathers, men of the armed forces, I salute you for your sacrifices and the supreme sacrifice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my fellow citizens, I stand before you honored to assume the sacred mandate you have given me. My love for this nation is abiding. My confidence in its people, unwavering, and my faith in God Almighty is absolute. I know that His hand shall provide the needed moral strength and clarity of in those instances where even seem have reached the limit of human capacity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this day is bold and majestic, yet bright and full of spirit, as is our precious nation. As a nation, we have long ago decided to march beyond the dimness of night into open day of renewed national hope. The question is,
And we must now ask ourselves, is whether to remain faithful to the work inherent in the building of a better society, or retreat into the shadow of our unmet potential. For me, there is but no one answer. We are too great a nation and too grounded as a people to rob ourselves of our finest destiny. The nation's journey has been shaped by the prayers of our founding fathers and other millions, and the collective sacrifices of us all. We have endured the hardship that will have made other societies crumble. We have shouldered the heavy burden to arrive at this sublime moment where the prospect of a better future matches with our improved capacity to create that future. To the surprise of many, but not to ourselves, we have more firmly established this land as a democracy in both word and deed. The peaceful transition from one government to another now is our political tradition. This handover symbolizes our trust in God, our enduring faith in representative governance, and our belief in our ability to reshape this nation into a society it was always meant to be. My brothers and sisters, permit me to say a few words to my predecessor, President Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. President, former. You have been an honest, patriotic leader who has done his best for the nation you love. On a more personal note, you are a worthy partner and a friend. I may easily be kind to you. For many years, Nigeria's critics have trafficked that the rumor that our nation will break up, even perish. They have even redesigned the map. Yet we are here. We have stumbled at times, but resilience and diversity have kept us going, and we will keep going. Our body may make us bend at times, but it shall never break us. Instead, we stand forth as Africa's most populous nation and as the best hope and strongest champion of the black race. As a citizen, we declare as one unified people devoted to one unified nation, national cause, that as long as this world exists, Nigeria shall exist. Take me back to the old man's impact there, General Yakubu Gowon. Cliche, if Nigeria won the task that must be done. If you are young or old, you will remember. Today, faith and destiny join together to place the touch of human progress in our very hand. We dare not let it slip. We live high this touch so that it might shine on every household and in every heart that calls itself Nigeria. We hold the beam aloft because it lights our path with compassion, brotherhood, and peace. May this great light never extend. Say amen. Our administration will govern you only on your behalf, but never rule over you. We shall consult and dialogue, but never dictate. We shall reach out to all, but never put down a single person for holding view contrary to our own. We are here to further mend and heal this nation, not tear and injure it. In this way, may I offer a few comments regarding the election that brought us here today to this jump. Yes, it was a hard-fought contest and was also fairly won. Since the advent of the First Republic, Nigeria has known had an election of a better quality, I said so. The outcome reflected the will of the people. However, my victory does not render me any more Nigerian than my opponent. Nor does this render them any less patriotic. They shall forever be my fellow compatriots, and I will treat them as such. They represent important constituencies and concerns that wisdom dare not ignore. Some have taken their concerns to court, seeking legal redress. That is their right, and I fully defend that exercise of this right. This is the essence of the rule of law. Over decades ago, our founding fathers bravely gave us this country to place Nigeria on the map of an independent nation. We must never allow the labor of those who came before us to wither in vain, but to blossom and bring forth a better reality. Let us take the next great step. The journey they began and believed in. Today, let us commit our steps to placing Nigeria in our hearts as the indispensable home for each and every one of us, regardless of creed, ethnicity, or place of birth. To my supporters, I thank you. To who did vote for me, I thank you as well. I extend my hand across the political divide. I ask you to graft and the national affinity and brotherhood. For me, political polarization has faded away. All I see here are Nigerians. All of you. May we uphold this vision, an excellent notion as a new Nigeria idea. My fellow citizens, Nigeria idea, which I speak of, is more than just an improvement in economic and statistics. These things are important, but they can never convey the fullness of our story. Our mission is to improve our ways of life in a manner that nurtures our humanity, encourages compassion towards one another, and duly reward our collective effort to social ill and seek to divide us. Our Constitution gave us a nation on paper. We must work hard at bringing this noble document to life by strengthening the bond of economic collaboration, social cohesion, and cultural understanding. Let us develop a shared sense of fairness and equality. That must not only seek good for itself, but must understand that interest and staff when good come to the north. North must not steal the south likewise. Whether from the winding creeks of Niger Delta, the fastness of northern Savannah, the boardroom of Lagos, the building bustling capital of Abuja, as you see, market of Onitsha. You are all the people. As your president, I shall serve you with prejudice towards none, but compassion and amity towards all. In the coming days and weeks, my team will publicly detail the key aspects of our economic program. Today, permit me to outline in broad terms a few initiatives that divide our concept of progressive good governance and furtherance of the Nigerian idea. The principles that will guide our administration are very simple. Nigeria will be impartially governed according to the rule of law, Constitution. We shall defend the nation from terror and all forms of criminality that threatens the peace and stability of our country. We shall remodel our economy to bring our growth and develop the GDP much better, achieve the GDP much better than we have today. I assure you. Do that through job creation, food security, and an end to extreme poverty. In our administration, women and youth will feature prominently. Our government will continue to take proactive steps such as championing a credit culture to discourage corruption while strengthening the effectiveness and efficiency of the various anti-corruption agencies. That's to be a continuous work in progress. Security shall be top priority of our administration because neither prosperity nor justice can prevail amid insecurity and violence. To effectively tackle this, we shall reform both our security doctrine and its architecture. We shall invest more in our security personnel, and it means more than an increase in number. We shall provide better training, equipment, pay, and power. On the economy, we target a GDP not less than 6% growth. We aim to accomplish all of this by taking the following steps. Budgetary reform, stimulating the economy without engendering inflation. Industrial policy to utilize the full range of domestic manufacturing and lessen import dependency. The electricity will become more accessible and affordable to businesses and homes alike. Our generation should yearly double and transmission and distribution network must improve significantly. We will encourage various state governments to continue to participate in this effort, power generation and distribution of their own. I have a message for our investors, local and foreign. Our government shall review all the complaints about multiple taxation. And review various anti-investment inhibitions. We shall ensure that investors and foreign businesses repatriate their hard-earned dividends and profits. My administration must create meaningful opportunities for our youth. We shall honor our campaign commitment of 1 million jobs in the digital economy. Our government also shall work with the National Assembly to fashion an omnibus job and prosperity bill. This will give our administration the policy space to embark on labor-intensive infrastructural development, improvement, and encourage light industry providing improved social services for the poor, elderly, and vulnerable. On agriculture, rural income shall be secured by commodity exchange board guaranteeing minimum prices for certain crops. Animal product, a nationwide program for the storage and facilities to reduce spoilage and waste. All of that will be undertaken. Agricultural hubs will be created throughout the nation to increase production and engage in credit, promote credit, engage in value-added processing. The livestock will introduce the best modern practices and steps taken to minimize the perennial conflict. Through this, food will be made more abundant, yet less costly. Farmers shall earn more while the average Nigerians pay less. On infrastructure, we shall continue the effort of the Buhari administration on infrastructure development. I know how many railroad and water construction are on fuel subsidy. Unfortunately, the budget that I've glimpsed before I assume office and what I've heard is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone. Subsidy can no longer justify an ever increasing cost in the wake of dry resources. We shall instead the channel whatever to fund to better investment in public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will materially improve life for people. Monetary policy. No house cleaning, thorough house cleaning is necessary. The central bank must work towards a unified exchange rate. This will direct the fund from arbitrage to meaningful investment and the plant and equipment, jobs that are part that will power the real economy. Interest rate needs to come down. Currently too high. Anti-people, anti-business. We have to work on all of them. To me, I know I've taken you through a winding time, a long time today. I will end this speech by assuring that the mandate they have given me is not misplaced. The confidence is there. Hope is back for Nigeria. Just let us be united. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Federal Republic.
Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the inaugural address by the new President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Please may we put our hands together once more for His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal
Excellence, invité distingué, mesdames et messieurs, vous venez d'entendre l'allocution présidentielle de son Excellence, le Président de la République fédérale du Nigeria et commandant en chef des forces armées du Nigeria, son Excellence, Président Bola Ahmed Tinubu, TCRF. Merci, Excellence, et félicitations.
Thank you very much. At the end of the inaugural address, what we'll be witnessing next is the three hearty cheers.
To the special guest of honor, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Hep, hep, hep. Hep, hep, hep. Hep, hep, hep. Where will replies? Address. Replies. Address. Shoulder arms. National salute. Present arms.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please may we all rise for the 21-gun salute. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute, and may I respectfully request our distinguished guests not to panic at the sound of the artillery guns at the State House Artillery Battery. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, n'ayez pas peur s'il vous plaît. Le son que vous ont, c'est le son de ce qu'on appelle triple canon. Ça c'est à l'honneur du président élu, le président Bola Ahmed Tinubu. C'est juste pour le respecter. Merci beaucoup. N'ayez pas peur s'il vous plaît.
May I request to remain standing to sing the national anthem. Thank you.
Well, that concludes the presidential inauguration, of course, of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is a culmination of a series of events that has actually brought us to this very point. Moments ago, you heard the inaugural address of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, he titles it the Nigerian Ideal, where he spelled out a number of things and of course the agenda of his government moving forward. He has talked about those who contested the elections with him. He has extended the olive branch to them, and he's expecting that they will take it. Talking about his opponents in the presidential election, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Kwankwaso of the NNPP, and the host of other contestants in that election. But I'll take you through some of the key highlights of the president's speech. Of course, he has made commitments during the course of the campaign, but during the course of his presentation here at the Eagle Square while delivering his inaugural address, which of course he titled the Nigerian Ideal, he talked about areas where his administration would pay priority attention to. Of course, security tops the chart, where he said he will prioritize security, and of course he will effectively tackle the menace of insecurity and violence. He also talked about how he plans to reform the economy. He abundantly made it clear that there shall be budgetary reforms that will stimulate the economy, and of course without engendering inflation. He talked about creation of jobs, which of course is one of the major issues that is actually confronting the nation. A lot of young people are unemployed, and of course President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has promised that he's going to create meaningful opportunities for the youths of Nigeria. He has promised 1 million new jobs in the digital economy. Well, in the coming weeks and months, we'll see how his administration would look into that. Of course, he has also promised robust agricultural reforms as well, which we're expecting to see. He has promised that agricultural hubs will be created throughout the nation to increase production and engage in value-added processing. He talked about the livestock sector, which of course I promised to introduce best modern practices, and steps will be taken as well to minimize the perennial conflict over land and water resources in the sector. The president also made mention of infrastructure. Of course, we are aware of the progress that the Buhari administration has made. He has said he will continue in the efforts to actually build on the progress made by the Buhari administration in terms of infrastructure. And of course, the controversial fuel subsidy. He talked about the fuel subsidy during the course of his campaign, and today he also made specific mention of the fuel subsidy. He particularly said that the fuel subsidy regime favors the rich more than the poor. And of course, he has clearly stated that a subsidy can no longer be justified, of course, given the increasing cost, and of course, in the wake of drying resources. He promised that the funds for subsidy will be channeled to better investment in public infrastructure, provision of education, healthcare services, and of course jobs that will materially improve the lives of millions of Nigerians. Well, the president also made mention of his economic monetary policy. Of course, he has said the monetary policy in Nigeria needs a lot of thorough house cleaning. This, of course, he made specific mention of the Naira swap. Of course, he has promised that his administration, in the meantime, would treat both currencies as legal tender. The president also made mention of his foreign policy and the direction he's intending to go. He talked about giving the world, of course, giving the world where Nigerian would actually lead the pack in ensuring greater peace and stability in Africa. He talked about the crisis in Sudan and, of course, how he believes that his government would actually collaborate with other continental powers, of course, the ECOWAS and, of course, the African Union, to ensure that these conflicts are resolved. And, of course, his closing remarks was quite touching, where he talked about the fact that today being the day he's inaugurated as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he describes this day as the proudest day of his life. And, of course, he has said that the victory and, of course, the glamour that comes with today does not belong to him, interestingly, but belongs to the people of Nigeria. He has affirmed that he would make Nigeria take its rightful place, of course, among the world's greatest democracies. And, of course, he has promised that Nigeria, of course, will remain in the world. Will take its place in the world of the prominent democracies. Well, he has expressed confidence in his ability to deliver on all of his promises, and I'm hoping that in the coming days, in the coming weeks, we'll see how the president would assemble his team to ensure that he hits the ground running for the new government. Of course, still at the venue of the presidential inauguration, the president is already leaving the venue, as much as other dignitaries, presidents of from the different African countries, the president of Togo, president of Congo, Brazzaville, and all of that. They are all making their way out of the venue of the presidential inauguration. We are concluding this, and of course, we hope that in the coming days or in the coming weeks, we'll see the president making key appointments into his administration. That will be all for now from the Eagle Square, live in Abuja. We're handing you back to the studio for other programming. My name is Chukwebuka Obodo. Stay with AIT.
What is ours? Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. We're freedom. Hope for us all.